Another incoming storm that starts as snow and turns to rain. We're talking major increases in temperature.
A high school staff member in court in Lewiston today accused of sexual misconduct with a student.
You know, this community that's, been my life since I was 15 has, almost overnight been destroyed.
Then a local Forest Service employee caught up in the federal layoffs. Tonight, he talks with KREM 2 News. Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you here tonight. I'm Whitney Ward. We begin at this hour with the weather. We finally are feeling it getting a little bit warmer outside, but we're also tracking one more potential round of snow.
Chief Meteorologist Jeremy DeGood joining us now, and he has more on the timing of this one. And Jeremy, what do you think, rain or snow?
Yes.
Perfect.
I think we get a little bit of both out of this system. It is an interesting one to say the least. Let's start with temperatures. That's Coeur d'Alene. This is going to be... I got tricked. My graphics looked similar. Let's start again. Let's start with temperatures. This is Coeur d'Alene, and these temperatures are Spokane. It's 36 degrees at 5 p.m. Our sun is setting in just a matter of minutes, and we're still well above freezing. We have a nice deck of clouds overhead, and a couple of breaks in that deck of clouds are going to allow our temperatures to drop. Where the snow or precipitation moves in early, you have winter weather advisories. That's central Washington and the Cascades. You have winter weather advisories in Idaho because it stays cold enough all day that it comes down as snow, and us in the middle. What starts as snow likely transitions into rain. A little bit of snow starts the day. I think it still holds off until about 10 a.m., but watch Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Ready? Starts as snow around 10 a.m., makes that transition over to rain by the afternoon, and then it just keeps coming down as rain. Looks like a couple of different waves. Maybe a little bit of activity Thursday morning, some model indication that we could see something, but what I think is more likely is that snow makes the transition into rain with temperatures climbing into the mid-30s. Up near 40 on Thursday, 40s on Friday, near 50 this weekend. The warmer weather is taking over.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. Thank you very much. Tonight we are learning more about a school employee from Lewiston who's accused of sexual battery of a minor with the alleged incident taking place on school grounds.
The woman worked for the Lewiston District, faced a Nez Perce County judge for the first time today. KREM 2's Regan Gallo is live in the newsroom with accusations. Regan.
Well, today we learned that Mary Strong was a classified staff member, so not a teacher, but she worked in a support role. Today, the judge set her bond at $100,000, noting how serious the allegations are. We learned from court records that Strong worked at Tammany High School. The affidavit shows that she had what is described as an inappropriate sexual relationship with a 16 or 17-year-old student on Snapchat. Investigators say Strong sent explicit videos and pictures to the student and that the student sent explicit text messages. Then court records show Strong and the student engaged in sexually explicit acts on the school campus. A photo of that incident prompted the initial investigation, which was later reported to authorities.
$100,000 bail is very reasonable request by the state, considering the nature of the offense, the information contained in the affidavit of probable cause.
The affidavit also explains that Strong denied all allegations until she was confronted by evidence. Initially, she claimed that she could have been drunk or that she did not remember sending any messages. The school district superintendent did inform us they sent out additional support staff today to Tammany High School to address any concerns and to give clarity on the situation. Strong is scheduled for a hearing on February 26th. Reporting live in the newsroom, Regan Gallo, KREM 2 News.
Regan, thank you. Authorities in Maryland have arrested an accused cult leader from Alaska who is now connected to crimes in 3 states and several murders.
One of those murders, the shooting of a Vermont Border Patrol agent. A Seattle woman is accused of firing those deadly shots. Documents obtained from the Maryland court system show that Jack Lasoda and 2 other people have been arrested. The FBI says all 3 were wanted for questioning regarding killings. They, along with the Seattle suspect, are believed to belong to a group called the Zizians, inspired by elements of anarchy and veganism. Well, 6 months after it launched, the Spokane County Sheriff's Office is giving an update on their real-time crime center today. Since August, officials say it's played a critical role in 140 success stories.
That includes 89 arrests and charges, 54 stolen vehicles recovered, and 2 missing individuals located. The Sheriff's Office credits enhanced technology and a streamlined workflow inside of the new center.
When it comes to charges, recoveries, overall public safety value far exceeds what one officer or detective can do by themselves.
The Sheriff's Office says the biggest challenge moving forward is going to be maintaining funding. Money from the American Rescue Plan Act will expire at the end of next year.
One of their goals this year is to pursue technology grants and other funding opportunities to expand their camera network and underlying infrastructure.
The Salvation Army Hope Market received 40,000 pounds of shelf-stable food today, enough to help 220 families facing food insecurity in our region.
That donation came from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and it shipped all the way from Salt Lake City.
This is almost an annual gift that they give to us, where they'll bring a truckload of food, and so we pull a lifeline and we say we're low in our food pantry on food, and we've got more families seeking assistance, and we're grateful that the church has showed up and is willing to partner with us in solving that need here in Spokane.
The food bank is currently distributing 15,000 pounds of food daily to families in need. They say the cold weather is forcing people to decide between heating their homes or buying food.
Delta Airlines says 19 of the 21 people hurt during Monday's crash landing in Toronto have been released from the hospital. The airline was arriving from Minneapolis when it crashed and flipped over at Pearson International Airport yesterday.
Airport officials in Toronto now say U.S. investigators have joined the Canadian team there at the scene in an effort to figure out exactly what happened. The investigation is expected to last for at least the next 48 hours.
What I saw was everyone on that plane suddenly became very close in terms of how to help one another, how to console one another.
The video obtained by TMZ here shows the moment the jet crashed, caught fire, and flipped over, leaving a trail of black smoke behind it. Despite the terrifying scene, officials say everyone on board survived.
We have a lot more news still ahead here at 5. A Gonzaga alum sharing his story after losing his dream job in the U.S. Forest Service because of recent federal job cuts.
And public comment today on Spokane County's public camping ordinance. Find out why the wording will be changing. We have that story coming up in about 3 minutes.